Hey, welcome back everyone. It's me, Eden. This is not going to be a walkthrough or playthrough or anything. This is simply a discussion. My opinion as to why I feel that Tomb Raider, to me personally, is the one game that I would prefer to play instead of Fallout 4. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that I don't like Fallout 4. I think Fallout 4 it's very excellent game, but very different from Tomb Raider, obviously, which I'm going to talk about in this live stream video. My main attraction to Tomb Raider is I like what they've done with the first one. I like the whole reborn, redesigned character, rehashed, if you will, into this new, more realistic Tomb Raider that it always should have been. Honestly, when you think about original Tomb Raider, it was just like I don't know, something you see from a Playboy or from a hustler, like with the big boobies, very sexually, uh, attractive. Which is nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the hell out of playing the first Tomb Raider, but I just felt like the original Tomb Raider was too sexually innuendo. It was too provocative and it didn't focus too much on the missions. It focused more on like I don't know. I don't want to shit on the original Tomb Raider, but it was okay for that time. But I never felt like I took Tomb Raider seriously. You know, in the original Tomb Raider, I never took it seriously. The characters were kind of washed out and bland, and it was okay for that time, for the late '90s, early 2000. It was okay for that time. Like I said, I'm not trying to shit on the old character of Tomb Raider. It was fun at that time, but it was more cartoonish. Like, you didn't take it seriously. The characters weren't taken seriously. This one, it's really trying to implement more realistic character, more realistic survival than the previous one. And I like that aspect of Tomb Raider. It really pushes you in the shoes of this character and at harsh environments, really. So that's why I always enjoyed this whole revision, new character of Tomb Raider. But now let's talk about why do I prefer to play Tomb Raider first instead of Fallout 4. Well, number one reason is I think Tomb Raider it's more interesting for me personally. It's interesting to see where the story of this character goes and to see her journey in Siberia and where it's going to take her. And another cool feature about that is different abilities that Lara can do. For example, here, we'll just go through some of them. I'll show a couple of features here so you guys can check it out. This is the trailer. We'll just go through it really quick right now. I mean, she's so realistic, in many sense, with these harsh environments, as you can see right here.
Okay, I can get power to that console.
No, we're not getting back the way we came.
It brings that realism to the next level where you really have to be careful how you approach the enemies, how you approach the harsh environments. And 3KB, he did a review on this game, and he did a really phenomenal job reviewing this game. He really went through all the details without spoiling anything, what this game has to offer. He said that even after you finish this game, through your story mode, after credits roll, you can still continue and take on different missions and stuff. So the game really has a lot of features in here that I think were lacking in the first one. So in this one, they really amped up all the features and replay value to the max. And I like that. Here's some of the things I can explore right here. Let's check this out. The Fountain of Youth discovered. Laura Croft dictaphone. What is that? Laura's father has recorded his controversial theories here. Let's listen to this audio. She'll use it as she searches for the truth. You see, these are the things that really drew me in this game, man. I like the whole storyline of her losing her father and then following in her father's footsteps, going into these journeys, trying to find the secrets of our history and the truth about our history, about what happened, and all these different elements.
I know that you like to read the archaeological journals now, but I urge you that if you see anything written which is less than pleasant about me, to ignore it. There are those who simply do not understand the work I'm doing here. Perhaps they're even frightened by it, but their fear and stupidity is not my concern, and neither should it be yours. I will explain everything in good time, my darling girl.
So there you go. And to me, that's one of the features about this game, that the key element of this game is the storyline, number one. The second key element of this game is the harsh environments that she's surrounded by, that she has to endure. And it doesn't make it easy for you. It makes it very challenging for you. You really have to be careful how you use your weapons, how you use your rations to survive, to eat. And these are some of the things, like you get to learn about her history and her parents and stuff like that. These are some of the stuff that she collected. And that's another cool feature. There's a lot of history here in this game, a lot of conspiracies as well, because she's learning the truth, the history, the ancient history truth that wasn't told to us correctly in some respect. That's another cool feature. The London Observer. Disgraced, renewed historian wild claims debunked. It's a day ago. There's a conspiracies you can see in here as well. If you want to guys engage with conversation with me, if you join this live stream, please feel free to do so. I don't mind. Hey, Gabriel, what's up, man? Well, that's okay. I don't expect everyone to like Tomb Raider. That's okay. As I mentioned earlier, I like the story of it, really. And I like the realism that they did in this game. Unfortunately, like in the original Tomb Raider, it was more like cartoonish. And you didn't take the characters seriously. They were all just like blend. With this one, it's more realistic. And if you guys, I'll post a link here. If you guys go check out 3 Kilobytes, his name is Jake, 3 Kilobytes YouTube channel. It's called 3KB. He did a review on this game, and he really did a fantastic job, man. You guys should definitely check him out. I just want to show you some of the features here. Like, this is some of the stuff that she collected, which is kind of interesting. And the only reason you guys are seeing this on the Xbox is because Xbox is getting a third-party exclusive first 6 months. So the PC and PlayStation 4 won't be getting this game till maybe June or whatever next year. So that's pretty cool. Are you getting a Windows 10 on your laptop? You definitely should. Gabriel, Windows 10 is pretty cool, man. You'll be able to connect your Xbox One with a PC. You'll be able to talk to people, chat with people, play Xbox One games with the PC games, So you'll be able to do a lot of different things, especially with this new user interface that's coming out on Xbox One. It's going to work seamlessly together. Yeah, it's free. Honestly, all you have to do is just there's a patch you can download, so you don't have to wait. You can download it and get it for free. I forgot where the link was. If you go on Microsoft, and if you don't want to wait, if you want to get it right away, there's a software you have to download. And when you download this software, you can go ahead and get the game.
My dearest Lara, I often think about the shame I have brought upon our family's name. Croft. What does it even mean?
When I was young, it was just my father and I. In his last years, he was obsessed with myths about immortality.
I may have found the next piece to the puzzle, but they're following me. I know them by name now. Trinity.
Of course, no one believed him, including me.
It's me. Hannah, I'm so sorry. Dad was right. The tomb's in Syria. Syria? This is madness.
As I walk through poison sands, through flames of burning lands, my feet are torn, they're torn to strands. I will not thirst.
And I saw something. I realized my father was right.
Who the hell are you?
I suspect you already know.
Trinity.
So yeah, how many of you guys are going to actually get this game? I'm just curious. I know I'm definitely going to get it, and I'll definitely going to play it for you guys.
I led them to it, Jonah. The divine source is real.
When I do
We've
a
got to
live
find
stream
him.
of this Tomb Raider, it's going to be in a 60 frames per second because there's a lot of movement in this game, and I think 60 frames per second should be pretty good for you guys to experience it. And yes, this game does run 1080p 60 frames per second. It's confirmed. That's what I heard. But that's only because they spent too much time on the Xbox One version because it was exclusive third party for the Xbox One till 6 months prior after the release. You know, here's the thing. I played Fallout. I played Fallout 2, Fallout 3. One when Liam Neeson's the voiceover and the character. And the reason why I prefer this game instead of Fallout 4, because Fallout 4 is going to take a long time to play, to finish it. People are going to be playing there for a long, long time, okay? And I have to kind of laugh when they're starting to do a review of Fallout 4. It's impossible to do a review on a Fallout 4 because the game is so big, it's so huge, it's impossible to finish the review and just say, oh, you know, this game's great. Of course it's going to be great because it's a sandbox open world, but to do a proper review of Fallout 4, you have to wait till like maybe February, March, or January or something like that. You got to give it a long time to give a proper review, to address certain issues, certain stuff and whatnot, right? I have a feeling PC is going to have some issues with the Steam. Don't call me a prophet, but I have a feeling that the PC version is going to have some issues with NVIDIA and AMD, which PC always does. You know, PC can never have a smooth release because PC, it's customizable to everyone the way they want it to customize their experience. So it's hard for developers to know which graphics card is going to support which drivers. But I would say if you guys going to get Fallout 4, get it on either of the systems. I don't think it's going to matter, honestly. But that's the reason why I prefer Tomb Raider instead of Fallout 4. Only because Tomb Raider, I'll spend 15 hours finishing the campaign, and then I'll be able to continue. Check this out. There's another cool feature. you guys didn't know about Tomb Raider. When you finish the game, like in Metal Gear Solid 5, right? When you finish the game, you continue with your character, and all your scars, everything, your bruises that you've been through is going to stay on your face, on your character. You continue. Everything you have collected is going to continue. So you continue doing these other side missions when you finish the game. So I think that's pretty cool, honestly. Here's some of the environments. This is in Siberia. You get to see it like in 360 rotation. Assassin's Creed. I already have Assassin's Creed, Gabriel. I already got that game. I already played through it. And it was good. I like Assassin's Creed, but I haven't finished it yet because there's so many games. I liked Assassin's Creed. You're talking about the Syndicate, right?
Shelter.
Here's just one example of the graphics on the Xbox One version. And you can see like how the snow gets deeper and deeper when she's going. You know, these are some things that I think in Tomb Raider, really the environment is the key. The environments are very harsh. So when you're playing this game, the environments are not going to be easy for you to finish this game that quick, that fast. And that to me makes it more realistic, honestly.
Okay.
Gabriel, I don't know. It depends, honestly. There's so many games this holiday season. It's really, you're gonna have to choose. You have to really choose what do you want to play. You cannot play all of them because there's so many games out there. But yeah, I mean, I'll definitely try some games when the backwards compatibility gets released later on this month. I personally believe it's gonna happen just around the corner before Thanksgiving. This is what I heard, man. I heard this from some very, very reliable source. You know, I'm not going to tell you who, but from a very reliable source I heard just in time for Thanksgiving that backward compatibility will be in there. And it's also just in time when the Xbox One Elite gets ready to be released as well in December. So they want to implement everything just in time for the Xbox One Elite hybrid state drive and all that. It should be around, like, I don't know, keep an eye, like Wednesday the 23rd. No, actually, what was it? That's Monday. Between Monday, November 23rd, and then 24th. Around there somewhere, just keep an eye and you'll see it, man. But most likely you'll see it on the 25th. Just in time for Thanksgiving Eve. You'll see all that stuff happening. There's going to be huge updates, man. You're going to have to clear out your hard drive. You know, I think you guys should update your hard drives, man, on your Xbox Ones. Get yourself a Seagate or wait for the Black Friday. Get like 3 terabytes for like $80 or get a 5 terabytes for like $140 or $130. And you're really going to need that 5 terabytes, man. The source is somebody that I know in Seattle that knows somebody in a Microsoft, that knows somebody in the Xbox One marketing business. That's all I can tell you. Here, let me show you the deadly predators. You guys heard about the Kodiak bear. Kodiak bear, it's the most deadliest bear out there. And he's a meat eater. He eats meat. That's what you're going to be facing in this game.
We lost contact with a...
just look all the predators you're gonna end up facing in this game. It's ridiculous. On top of the smart enemies that you have. For example, I heard this also from a review. Your enemies, they're too smart. Like, they'll remember you. Like, if you did something in the past, if you like were hiding in the bushes, or if you're like climbing up in the trees and you're doing certain kills a certain way, they're not gonna make that same mistake. They're gonna beef up their security. They're gonna use different approaches. They're gonna look everywhere. So the enemies are really smart, you know, and they'll remember you, man. They'll remember your moves. They'll remember everything you've done. So that's another cool feature about Tomb Raider that I like. Oh, here's the quiz. I don't know if I should start this. Let's see. Let me start the quiz. Let's see what the questions are. What mythical lost city does Laura seeks to find in Rise of the Tomb Raider? Avalon, El Dorado, Atlantis, Kittis. I think it's I know it's not El Dorado, and I don't think it's Atlantis. It's either Avalon. Either Avalon. What are you talking about, Gabriel? No, I'm not. I told you, man. I told you the source. It's somebody that I know that knows somebody in a Seattle. That somebody in Seattle knows somebody in the Microsoft marketing business, and that's how I know. But I cannot tell you who that person is, obviously. But that's the source. There you go. I mean, didn't I just tell you? Look, all you need to know, Gabriel, is that you'll have your backwards compatibility before the Thanksgiving, okay? That's all you need to know. Now, when is that before Thanksgiving? It could be next week, or it could be 2 days prior to Thanksgiving. But you'll have it, man. And it's going to be a big-ass, giant update. I mean, really, guys, you're going to have a big-ass, huge update on your Xbox. You're going to have to clear out some space. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. So there you go. You can thank me later. Okay, let me see this answer. I think it's Avalon, either Avalon or Kittis. I think it's Kittis because it's Siberia. Correct. Yes. Yes. One for me. I got it. I was correct. I finally got it. All right. What is the name of the shadow organization that covered up the events on Yamatai and now seeks the truth that Laura is after? Trinity, the Illuminati, Shadow Corps, the Underground. I don't think it's the Illuminati because I don't remember them mentioning anything about Illuminati family Rothschilds being involved. So it's not the Illuminati family, so I don't think it's them. Shadow Corps, I doubt it. The Underground, possible. I think it's Trinity. Hold on, I have one of my friends asking something. Are they going to add Call of Duties on Xbox One like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, and 1? Not at first. From what I understand, Gabriel, they're not going to do that at first. At first, they're going to release 150 Xbox 360 games, including Gears of War, all of their AAA titles, you know, Mass Effect, those sorts of games. But I think Call of Duty may be down the road, because you gotta remember, Call of Duty now, Activision has moved towards PlayStation. You know what I mean? So Xbox doesn't have the third-party exclusive rights that PlayStation 4 has, for example. So I don't think you'll see Call of Duty on the Microsoft. Unfortunately, you know, that's the way it is. That's the way the business is run. You know, it's the PlayStation 4 made a deal with the Activision, so they'll be getting some exclusives rights to PlayStation 4 instead of Xbox. But who knows, man? This is up to a Phil Spencer. If Phil Spencer can make some kind of a deal with them, with Activision, maybe. Again, the best thing to do is go to Phil Spencer's Twitter page. Best thing to do is go to Phil Spencer's Twitter page, and you tell him, hey, look, you should definitely try to make this happen for the Xbox, because he does listen, and that's the best thing to do. Just interact on his Twitter page, and you let him know what would you like to see. Well, it's a first beginning, it's a first opening of the whole experiment of backwards compatibility. And I'm sure next year, by the end of next year, there'll be a truckload of Xbox 360 games. It'll come to the point where you won't even need your Xbox 360, honestly. You'll be able to just be obsolete. You'll be able to throw in the garbage, honestly. It's going to come to that point. And I think next year, they're going to officially stop Xbox 360. You won't going to see any more Xbox 360 consoles or games. Everything's going to be on Xbox One. I think that's something that's going to happen whether people like it or not. Because it's been a 10-year cycle and it's over. And you're going to see that happening with PlayStation 3, because with PlayStation Now, all of the PlayStation 3 games are being implemented in PlayStation Now, so they're doing the same thing. All right, let me answer this question. I think it's Trinity. I could be wrong, but let's see. Yes! This is the second time I got this quiz question correct. It is Trinity. So, yay, hooray for me. You see, I do know my Tomb Raider knowledge. In Kaitets, Lara is looking for the lost secrets to endless power. Infinite wealth, eternal youth, immortality. Oh man, that's a good one. All of these could be correct, but I personally think it was immortality. That Queen Yamato, what's her name? I think she wanted to be immortal. That was the whole idea, I believe, if I remember. All right, Gabriel, I'll be here for a few more minutes. I think it's immortality, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to go ahead with immortality. All of these could be correct, but I'm going to go with the immortality. I think Queen Yamato is the one that was always going for immortal soul. That's why they wanted to collect her friend's soul in the first one. Yes! Yes, this is the third time. Third question, I got it right. Yes. Approximately how much time has passed between the events of Tomb Raider 2013 and the rise of Tomb Raider? Ooh. That's a good question. This one, I don't know if I'm going to get it right. 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. I think it's one of those two, 3 years and 5 years. I think 1 year would be reasonable, right? I think 1 year would be reasonable for her to get herself in shape and go back to it and start doing it all over again. Let me go 1 year. I'm probably gonna not get this one right. I'm probably gonna get this one wrong, but here. Wow, 1 year. I was right. So it definitely was 1 year. So this is my fourth question that I got correct so far on my Tomb Raider knowledge. So as you guys can see, I do have a knowledge of Tomb Raider. In which of these two locations does Rise of the Tomb Raider takes place? Syria and Mount Everest? Wow, this one could be true. This one could really be true. Mount Everest and Yamatai. Syria and Siberia. Siberia and Yamatai. I don't think it's, you know what? I think it's this one. I think it's Syria and Siberia, honestly. Because I do remember her in the trailer going in the desert in Syria, looking for the artifact or something. So I think it's Syria and Siberia. Siberia, it's in northern Russia. And Syria, obviously, we know where the Syria is. All these conflicts now, they're happening close to Syria. Used to be old Sumeria, which was Iraq. So I think it's Siberia and Syria. I think I'm correct on this one. Yes! You see, I got all the questions correct. I got them all. 5 out of 5. You see, I do have a knowledge of Tomb Raider. So you guys will know when I'm playing this playthrough throughout a few days now, tomorrow, you'll see that I know this game well. And who better to do a commentary and playthrough of this game than somebody who's very familiar with the characters and the history of the Tomb Raider. So there you go. I have my proof right here on this video. I know, that's correct, people. Gabriel was my teacher. He's a developer of Tomb Raider. He's the lead designer in Square Enix. he taught me all of scripts and storyline and everything. All right, let me exit this. Guerrilla Combat. Look at these upgrades that we have available. Let's explore some of them. There's going to be video, so we'll explore some of the weapons that are available to be crafted. This is another cool feature that I always enjoyed about Laura Croft. You can customize your bullets, your hollow points, your shells, your jackets, the enclaves on the weapon, many different objects that you have, whether it's a weapon, flashlight, bow and arrow, stone that you collected. Actually, you can use a stone and you can shape it into a arrow. You can do so many different things, man, on this game. It's the customization on the weapons. It's truly remarkable. And here's another cool feature: the different approaches you can do to attack an enemy, to sneak up upon them. I like that, man. Cool, Gabriel. Hey, Gabriel, are you gonna stop by and watch me play Tomb Raider? I mean, I don't know if are you a Tomb Raider fan? I mean, just, you can tell me right now. I mean, if you're not a Tomb Raider fan, I totally understand, you know. I can promise you the storyline of a Tomb Raider is going to be really, really interesting. It's not going to be boring. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And plus, it's going to be 60 frames per second. So you guys get to see this game. Cool. So this is going to be a first time ever that you guys are going to see me do a live stream 60 frames per second tomorrow. Don't ask me how am I going to do that. It's just I'm using some technological advancements just to make that happen. But I'm going to do that tomorrow. Actually, I'm running at 60 frames per second right now, as a matter of fact. Thank you, man. Thank you. And it'll be a lot of fun. You guys are going to enjoy it, man. Trust me. The storyline, it's not that boring. You guys are going to enjoy this game. Trust me. I guarantee you, it won't be boring. Cool, man. Thank you for doing that. Here, let me show you. I know you got to go. Yes, I'm using a magic, Gabriel. I'm using an alien magic to run in 60 frames per second. I'm doing this for you guys. I feel my fans should be watching it at 60 frames per second, as it should be. Let me show you the video how to, before you go, how to take different approaches to take down the enemy, like in stealth mode, Metal Gear Solid style. Here. see how smart the enemies are, the way they talk between each other. They usually know.
I don't think we'll see much resistance.
They'll
from the
remember
natives.
the approach that
Not
you
after
made.
this.
For example, if you do a kill from the bushes here and you go out and take the enemy, they're going to remember that you did that. They'll let the other of their fellow members, they'll let them know, hey, this Laura Croft, she's hiding in the bushes, or this Laura Croft is using this kind of technique, or she's using these kind of arrows and bows and weaponry. So you'll always have to take a different approach to take down the enemy, because they're going to be smart. Their AI is really smart. So that's another cool feature that's cool in the game. Oh, you can do swimming, Gabriel. You can go diving. You can go climbing. You can do so many different things in this game. You can go inside a cave, collect some stuff, do the side missions.
Since I was in the field.
You don't have to go to a certain path. Like, you don't have to do straightly just mission path. You can deviate from the mission, go into the caves, climb up the mountains, collect some artifacts. So you can really take your time playing this game. You don't have to rush through it, and no one should rush through this game. And I'm not gonna rush through it. It's gonna take me about a couple of weeks to finish it, you know, something like that. You see, you can do an underwater kill, but they'll remember that. They'll remember that you did this. For example, they'll remember you did this skill underwater, and you won't be able to fool them again.
Yeah. One of them surrendered and the company men were watching.
That's some of the features that you can do.
Sweep and clear, let's move.
Here's another cool feature, crafting the field.
She's there, open fire!
Stones, branches that you cut from the trees. These are the things that you can craft and make. So that's going to be in this video right here. I'm just doing this to show you, like, as to why do I want to play this game so badly tomorrow. Here, you see, use different elements to craft. You can make a cocktail right there. Right there. Here, that's what you're going to do. See, she's gonna do something with a can here. Here's another
One of
one.
the mine shafts. We shifted all operations to retrieval. But it looks like the revolt came within a
Use
week.
the can.
Workers
and
finally
shoot
had
something in
enough.
there. I don't know what to do. Some kind of explosive device inside the nails that you throw in. So that's another cool feature. You can use everything. You can use them as a weapon. Here's some comeback. Tactics. Remember, look how dense the fog and blizzard is in this game, like when you're in that kind of environment. Here's another thing. You can explore ancient spaces littered with deadly traps. Yeah. So these are just some of the enormous amount of obstacles you're going to be facing in this game. There's the different puzzles you'll have to explore. So right here, I'll show you too.
We're under attack!
Which is another cool aspect of this game that I like. I like these puzzles, kind of like in Drake's Fortune. And then you have these deadly traps, you know, you have to be careful with right here. I'll show you too, that they have. You see? So this is just some of the traps you're gonna be facing, man.
I did it.
It's insane, man. The amount of obstacles you're gonna be facing in this game, it's gonna be brutal. If you guys start on this one, it's brutal as far as the traps. Let us see this. See, there's another trap right there. But she didn't see it because there was water there. See, there was another trap. She didn't see it. Now there's some other obstacles here. Now this is in Syria. This part right here is in Syria cave. I mean, look at this. This is where you have to climb out. This is just one of the levels and challenges you're gonna have to be facing. This game's gonna be very difficult. You guys gonna really have a difficult time with this game, and you're gonna have to make sure you craft all your stuff before you embark into a mission. Because if you're not prepared in this game, if you're not prepared, if you don't have everything that you need to finish the mission, you're dead in the water. Here's some of the monoliths and translations there in artifacts in the game too. Let me show you. I'm just showing you this, guys, just to see my reasoning behind why I want to play this first. Yeah, there's a star right here. So there, I hope you guys really enjoy this. I showed you some of the features that are available in this game before you buy it, before you purchase it. I highly
An old Soviet
encourage you to buy
plaque.
this game.
Lenin lived.
It is
Lenin
really,
lives.
really.
Lenin will live forever.
Okay, let me just show you some of the characters before I leave, before I go. I'll just show you some of the characters they have. I don't want to spoil it too much, but here we go.
Jonah!
Laura,
There's so much I need to tell you.
So there you go, guys. This game's going to be
did you find the
available
Prophet's tomb?
at midnight, November 10th, in about approximately. I'm going to be playing it tomorrow, early in the morning, a little bit. First
I'm
part,
not your
and I'll
enemy.
Continue the second part at
That remains
2
to be
o'clock,
seen.
Between 2 o'clock and
Who the hell are you?
8:30.
You're a
so it'll be
smart
about,
woman.
It'll be a
I
6
suspect
hours
you already
playthrough
know.
tomorrow, which is pretty good.
Trinity.
6 hours playthrough I'll be doing tomorrow. And for the first part, I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy 6 hours of the first playthrough of this game. So, I just wanted to show you this video as to why I'm going to be playing the Tomb Raider first before Fallout 4. That's not to say that I'm not going to play Fallout 4. I will play Fallout 4, but it'll be probably around Thanksgiving. You know, after Thanksgiving, on a Black Friday, on a Friday, I'll play the marathon. I'll play it throughout the whole day into the Saturday for a couple of days. But it won't be until like Thanksgiving, you know. But for now, I'll be playing Tomb Raider tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. And hopefully you guys can agree on me that I know everyone's going to be playing Fallout 4. And I think this is cool for me also to get me more audience, to get me more people to come and watch my channels. Because sometimes, you know, people are going to get tired of Fallout 4. Everybody's playing Fallout 4. most people will say, well, you know what? Let me check out Tomb Raider. What the hell? So I want to give that opportunity to people because I know everyone will be playing Fallout 4. But in my case, no, I'll be playing Tomb Raider. And this is the reasoning why I want to play Tomb Raider first instead of Fallout 4. All right, guys, I got to get going. Thank you very much for watching. Gabriel, as always, man, thank you for stopping by, man. You're like one of my top-notch followers. And also, I want to mention everybody. Obey, thank you, man. I appreciate your comment. Obey, thank you. That's one of the members that came in. TL, Tremont Lee, thank you also. Thank you guys for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. All right. And thank you for giving thumbs up for this video. Thank you. Again, I'm not doing this for the money. I just do this for fun, just to share my passion of gaming with you guys. That's all. You know. Again, thank you, and I'll see you guys for the tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Tomb Raider official playthrough and walkthrough. It's going to be around 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Time and 11